Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Anita Gora Hari Bol Nita Gora Hari Bol Nita Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai Shila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Jayam Vishnupad Paramahans Parivajagacharya Astutar Shatashi Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanar Vrinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur ki प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की कलियुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की बृहत मृदंग ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ट्रांसेंडेंटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with the transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates. By him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds.
Hare Krishna. So if we can now turn around this way towards the altar. So again I welcome you all to our Sunday Feast program. Yesterday we had a very beautiful kirtan. I think most of you were there. We had a kirtan till 10:30. So just because we don't want to disturb the neighbors, so we had to stop it. So we stopped at 10:30, but it's a wonderful day yesterday. But the festivities carries on. Today we are going to listen very wonderful topic of eternal religion. The religion is very famous topic all over the world. What is eternal religion? And we have a very wonderful devotee all the way from Nottingham. His Grace Acyuta Rupa Prabhu. Acyuta Rupa Prabhu is here. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Acyuta Rupa Prabhu is a GP by practice, so he is a doctor. He deals with the disease. If anybody has any bodily problem, then he deals with that. But that is the cover-up. His real profession is to teach people how to become spiritually strong, how to address spiritual diseases. So this is his GP practice is side business, just to cover up, pay the bills. But he talks, he's a very wonderful devotee, very wonderful understanding of the day-to-day spiritual problems. So we're very grateful that he has come today to enlighten us. So please welcome Prabhuji by 3 times loudly chanting, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Please take a seat, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai. Jai. Very nice. So, thank you everyone. So we'll start with Jai Radha Madhava. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Anavallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanatari Yamura Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava Radhe Radhe, Jaya Radha Madhava
Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava Radhe Radhe.
Jaya Radha Gokul Nanda, Radha Gokul Nanda, Radha Gokul Nanda, Radhe Radhe, Jaya Radha. Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nidai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nidai Gaura Hari Bol. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So it's verse 240, is it 43, 44? Is that what he said? Yeah, I think it's together, isn't it? 43 and 44. The two verses together, 42 and 43, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimurandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swatanti. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Pudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirviseshu Nivadi Pashatai Deshtane. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhya Kripa Sindhubhya Pattanam Pavane. So I think that car which is ringing is actually a Tesla parked in your parking lot. So I don't know who's got a Tesla. All right, okay. So it's been ringing for a long time when we parked as well. It's making a noise. Anyway, thank you very much, Balram Prabhu and Radhamohan Prabhu, for inviting me today. It's very nice to have you all, and nice to be part of ISKCON Stoke on Trent. We've got actually a WhatsApp. It's called Stokingham. Prabhuji created it, Stokingham. So Stoke-on-Trent and Nottingham together. So like that, it's nice to be here as a part of the Stokingham family. So yeah, thank you very much. So I think the verse today is actually text 42 and 43 together. And it's an interesting verse. So I'll try my best with the Sanskrit, and then we'll go into the word-to-word translation and purport. Yeah? Okay, let's go for it. Yam imam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipaschitaha vedavada rataha partha nanyad astiti vadinaha kamad atmana swargopara janma karma falapradam kriya visesha bahulam Bhogaishvara gatim prati Yam imam pushpitam vacham Pravadanti avipaschitaha Vedavadarata partha Nanyad astiti vadinaha Kamad atmana swargapara Janma karma falapradam Kriya visesha bahulam Bhogaishvarya gatim prati. So anyone wants to try it out? Yam imam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avyapaschitaha vedavada rata partha nanyad astiti vadinaha kamatmana swargapara Janma karma phala pradam Biya visesha bahulam Bhogaishvarya gatim prati. Do you want to do it? Yam imam pushpitam vacham Pravadanti avipaschitaha Vedavada ratapata Nanyad astita vadinaha Kamad atmana swargapara Janma karma falapradam Kriya visesha bahulam Bhogaishvarya gatim prati. Okay. Yam imam. All these. Pushpitam. Flowery. Vacham. Words. Pravadanti. Say, avipaschitaha, men with a poor fund of knowledge. Vedavada rataha, supposed followers of the Vedas. Partha, O son of Pritha. Na, never. Anyat, anything else. Asti, there is. Iti, thus, vadina, the advocates, kama atmanaha, desirous of sense gratification. Swarga para, aiming to achieve heavenly planets. Janma karma phala pradam, resulting in good birth and other fruitive reactions. Kriya Visesha, pompous ceremonies. Bahulam, various bhoga, in sense enjoyment. Aishwarya, and opulence. Gatim, progress. Prati, towards. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. Do you all want to say that? Which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. Purport by His Divine Grace. People in general are not very intelligent, and due to their ignorance, is it not audible? Okay. People in general are not very intelligent, and due to their ignorance, they are most attached to the fruitive activities recommended in the Karma Kanda portions of the Vedas. They do not want anything more than sense gratificatory proposals for enjoying life in heaven, where wine and women are available and material opulence is very common. In the Vedas, many sacrifices are recommended for elevation to the heavenly planets, especially Jyotistoma sacrifices. In fact, it is stated that anyone desiring elevation to heavenly planets must perform these sacrifices. And men with a poor fund of knowledge think that that is the whole purpose of Vedic wisdom. It is very difficult for such inexperienced persons to be situated in the determined action of Krishna consciousness. As fools are attached to the flowers of poisonous trees, without knowing the results of such attractions, unenlightened men are similarly attracted by such heavenly opulence and the sense enjoyment thereof. In the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, it is said, Apama Somam Amrita Abhuma and Akshayam Havai Chatur Masya Yajina Sukritam Bhavati. In other words, those who perform the 4th month penance become eligible to drink the Soma Ras beverages to become immortal and happy forever. Even on this earth, some are very eager to have Soma Ras, to become strong and fit to enjoy sense gratification. Such persons have no faith in liberation from material bondage, and they are very much attached to the pompous ceremonies of Vedic sacrifices. They are generally sensual, and they do not want anything other than heavenly pleasures of life. It is understood that there are gardens called Nandana Kanana, in which there is good opportunities for association with angelic, beautiful women, and have a profuse supply of Somaras wine. Such bodily happiness is certainly sensual, and therefore there are those who are purely attached to such material temporary happiness as lords of the material world. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Vishnupada Krishna Prestha. Haribol. Thank you. So this is a very, how to say, thought-provoking verse, at the same time telling us not to have sense enjoyment. How the Vedic scriptures sometimes can be, there are various elements to the Vedic scriptures, and Prabhupada in his translation puts down as men of small knowledge. It's between small, big. This is the men of small knowledge. And he uses very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. So yeah, so it's a very, I don't know, a common theme. You know, a lot of people actually, we are all into sense enjoyment in one sense. As Prabhuji was saying, I'm a GP, so a lot of people come with all that kind of problems predominantly to see me. So it's a very common foundation here in the material realm. And that's why we're here. We are here in the first place because we wanted to enjoy. And here Krishna is saying, oh, don't do that. It's not recommended. So in the Bhagavad-Gita, actually, if you see chapter 2 is actually the Gita summarized. The entire Bhagavad-Gita is summarized. That's the name of the chapter. So from 11 to 30, Krishna speaks about the soul. He talks about how it's indestructible, and it can't be burnt, it can't be killed, it can't be, you know, it's everlasting and all that kind of stuff, really. So I think the first impression, he talks straight away, he goes into the Atma, saying that we're not this body, you're the soul. So that's the first thing. And then the next 9 verses, from 31 to 39, he talks about duty to Arjuna. Please do your duty. Otherwise you'll be in infamy. You know, you are a Kshatriya, you should fight. You know, so it's not befitting you not to do your duty. And then from now onwards, from 40 to 48, he talks about, Krishna says on 40th verse, he says, now I've talked about analytical study, but now I'm going to talk about work without fruitive results. Not, basically you do your work, but don't enjoy the results. That's, you know, kind of, so he's kind of addressing the importance of not going down the route of sense gratification. So that's one. And then he'll from 49 to 53 going forward, actually he will talk about devotional service. Briefly he will touch about devotion. And then Arjuna actually in 54th verse, he asks about what are the symptoms of a transcendental person. I just put TP here, and then I realized, oh, it's not temple president. What are the symptoms of a transcendental person? Yeah, so, and then the interesting part is as soon as Arjuna asks that question, Krishna doesn't actually immediately talk about what the transcendental person does, because that's what Arjuna is asking. What does he do? What does he speak? How does he sit? How does he walk? You know, he's got a very nice question actually in that. But immediately you'll find, it'll be interesting actually, from 55 to 71, Krishna actually goes back and he talks about sense control, sense enjoyment, mind control. He talks about anger management, right? He talks about lust. So it's very interesting. The question is about what is a transcendental, but then the first thing he actually starts, Krishna talks, is about senses. He dwells on the senses, really. And you'll find in Nectar of Instruction, what is the first verse? Vacho vego, manaso vego, krodha vegam, jivva vegam, udara prastha vegam. So vach means what? Vach. Vacha, speech. So first control your speech. The tongue, learn to control. That's what Rupa Goswami is saying. Then manasa. What is manasa? Mind. Then krodha. What is krodha? Anger. So it's the same principle actually. You see Rupa Goswami is the first verse, he kind of emphasizes your speech, your mind, and your anger. You know. And then he talks about your tongue, belly and genitals as well. So these are all part of the senses, and you'll find all of them are in there. All of them are in. Where is it? It's in the middle of your body. If you look at it, your tongue, your genitals, your belly, and your mind. They're all kind of in the middle. So it's very important actually. So how it starts from speech. And that's what Krishna is actually kind of alluring us. And then in the final verse, Bhagavad-Gita 272, this is the way of spiritual and godly life. So Krishna is saying, this is how it starts. You have to start your journey from sense control. That's the beginning. And you'll find that in all types of spiritual paths. Like, if you go to a Buddhist monk, they practice, right? What they do? They have meditation. They have an element of sense control. I was watching this documentary on Shaolin monks, actually. Shaolin? And it was very interesting, actually. They have very similar routine, like what Prabhupada set up. So they have an ashram, like Gurukul-like thing. And the boys actually join from the age of 5 years on, and they get up in the morning at 4:30, and then 4:30 to 6:37 they have their spiritual routine, where they have to actually cook, they have to do meditation, and they have to learn to control sense control. It's being taught, and they have their own kind of books, I think. And then afterwards they do full physical training, because Shaolin monks are more, their ability to control, and it's part of a lot of warfare, like even Kung Fu or all other types of martial arts. One of the important aspects is an element is body control, sense control. It's not necessarily about power, when they actually, I don't know if anyone does any of that. But I'm just saying, it's all training yourself, really. Training your mind, training your senses. It's totally the opposite to what everyone's being taught, isn't it? In a material platform. What is the most taught element in our schools or work life? What do they say? 5 days a week, and then weekend, what do? Enjoy. Go out, party, club, pub, have fun, right? So it's just the opposite. And Krishna actually nails it straight away in the beginning. He's saying, next verse, if you read the next verse, it's even more disappointing or heartbreaking, maybe, I don't know. If you read the next verse, it'll be interesting. What is he saying? Bhogaishva, so he says, in the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, Bhoga and Aishwarya, once you get attached, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. End of discussion. So how are we going to manage this? Because we are all here. Krishna is really openly bold, right from chapter 2 itself. We haven't even gone into the entire Bhagavad-Gita verses. Straight away he hits you hard, saying how much we have to kind of withdraw our senses. See, the thing is, if we want something higher, then we have to learn to do something which is kind of in a controlled fashion, really, isn't it? Like, if somebody is driving, right, and you say the driver is in control, what does it mean? Is it a bad thing? It's actually a good thing, right? When somebody is driving and he's in control. But does it mean he's not moving forward in life? He is. The car is in motion, it is in the trajectory in the right direction. But control is not a bad thing. If you do, anybody is doing sports, if you actually have a batsman who's playing cricket, you have a controlled, they say, isn't it? It's a controlled forward play or offside drive, whatever. And every profession or every sporting activity has an element of training and an element of control. If you're training for a particular sports or any activity, you have to learn to not go out and hang out with the friends during the night before, right? If somebody's training to be a cyclist or running a marathon or going out, you kind of put your things on hold, right? Not that you go and drink on the Saturday and go out and play. You can't do that, isn't it? So sense control is a very important, and we do that in our lives. Do you all go to work? Yes, and some of you have got children. So I've got children as well. So, but we teach them, don't we teach them? Don't we teach them actually you have boundaries? Why do we set boundaries for kids? Why do your parents set boundaries for you? Safety. Anything else? What does the parent say? No? Why do you set boundaries? Yeah. Discipline. It's a bad thing? Good thing. Yeah. But more than that, you love them. You don't want them to go in the wrong direction, isn't it? Like if Prabhupada always gives this analogy, if you go to the shop and you ask, if a teenager goes and asks for a cigarette, the man's not going to say no. He's going to check your ID and say, yeah, go on, have some. But if you go and ask your dad, can I have some money for cigarettes? You probably, where you'll end up. So it's a very important aspect actually. So the flowery words of Vedas, they're ready to actually help you go out and enjoy your senses really. But Krishna is saying that's not the real deal here, because the purpose of that, this is actually going to only take you to heavenly planets, good birth, power, and so forth. If that's what you want, then that's where you will be. But that's not the ultimate goal of life really. And Krishna is saying that, he's saying to Arjuna here, don't be enticed. What is the word here? Pushpitam? Pushpitam vacham, isn't it? He uses the word. Pushpa means what? Flower. Vacha means words. So, don't get attracted to these flowery words. Yeah? How many of you get attracted to flowery words? We all get attracted to flowery words. Everything, because we all like to be told nice things about us, right? But here, the flowery words from the Vedas is giving us a distraction rather than going into the right direction. So that's where Krishna is trying to warn Arjuna. And then he uses the word avipashchitaha. Avipashchitaha, what is the translation? Men of poor fund of knowledge. What is poor fund of knowledge? What is the purpose of knowledge? Any knowledge, let's say. You go to school. Why do you go to school? To learn what? Things about what? Sorry? To have a better life, to actually focus on something higher, isn't it? To focus on a profession, a career, something you kind of can embark. Yeah? But for that you need discrimination. You need to know what do I do, what do I not do. Yeah? You need to have the intelligence to ability to discriminate. Which kind of boys and girls do I hang out with? Right? Just you don't follow the crowd. It's very important actually. Because if you actually want to really progress in your material life or spiritual life, you need to have an element of discrimination or an element of ability to make that right call. Because there's so many aspects of attractive things out there, especially when you guys grow up, It's a very enticing. It's very enticing, isn't it? So this is the important actually. So knowledge actually is just not just purely mugging up, repeating and getting marks, or whatever. That's only one aspect. But the ability of knowledge is to give you the intelligence to actually see what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, you know. And we've done all of that. All of us have done that, really, isn't it? As we grow up, we choose what we want to do in our path, right? Sometimes we make mistakes, but then we actually realize, and then we kind of come back to what we want to do. Yeah? So it's a very good habit. And this is what Krishna is saying. What is he using? The avipaschitaha. Right? But here, he's actually saying, if you use that knowledge and you use it purely for material enjoyment, then that's not the right thing to do. And he talks about rituals, right? I think in the next verse he used kama atmanaha. Kama means, what is kama? Eh? That's karma. I said kama, K-A, kama, lust, desire. Atma, atmanaha. Yes, so in one sense, those kind of activities, you know, when you actually go on to the flowery words and you follow ritualistic behavior, and it's kind of mainly to satisfy your own senses. Yeah? Again, in Nectar of Instruction, what is Rupa Goswami says in the second verse, Atyahara prayaschascha, he says, Prajalpa niyamagraha. Niyama agraha. Niyama means rituals. We all do rituals, right? Do we all have a routine? Yes? Why do you brush your teeth? Yeah. You brush your teeth, you take shower, right? You eat your food, but you know why you're doing it. Yes? Similarly, we have rituals in our spiritual life as well. We have rituals in our path which we follow. We have rituals at work, right? You have to be there on a certain time. You need to do a certain activity before you start your work. I have a certain ritual when I go to my general practice. I have to do certain activities before I see my patients. Then I see my patients and I have another set of activities. You know, it's all lined up and it's kind of a routine. Every day you do the same thing kind of thing. But then you need to know why you're doing it. How many of you at work just follow something without knowing what you're doing? Can you do that? No. You ask, right? They might sack you if you don't actually. That's why they give you a 3-month probation, right? Or 3-month working period where you learn, you ask questions, you want to do in the right way so that, you know, 6 months down the line you don't go back and say, oh, by the way, I didn't know what I was doing. Can you please explain to me? I didn't ask you then. Can you, nobody will kind of be then tolerant enough to explain all of that. So in every sphere of life we have rituals, but we know why we're doing it. We have an idea behind why we follow certain rituals. So Krishna is saying, why you are just doing rituals for the sake of it? You know, there's more to it. Don't just follow rituals just because you want money, good power, wealth, I want to go to heavenly planets. Bhoga and Aishwarya, isn't it? What is Bhoga? Bhoga. Aishwarya. What is Aishwarya? Opulence, wealth, money. Bhoga means enjoy, sense enjoyment. And this is the goal of our life, by the way. That's not what Prabhupada is saying, but this is what we're doing, I'm saying. You know, our lives are revolving around Bhoga and Aishwarya. We want just do those things. Everything else is second. We are so good, we are so good. We pray to Krishna in the morning, and the evening we do Bhoga and Aishwarya. And the night time we come Hare Krishna. So we want to tick both the boxes. We are very good. We can't give 100% to Krishna. We're not in that platform because we want both, really. So one step over there, one step there. Spiritual and material. I need a big house, big car, but at the same time, I don't want to disturb you. I'll do my things for you as well. But Krishna is saying, what is he saying? If you are actually into all of that, he's saying, Tata, bye. You need to totally dedicate. Because the last verse, Krishna is saying what? Sarva dharmam parityaja. He's saying, give up everything. How are we to give up all of this? It's very hard. Is it easy? We can't, isn't it? It's not easy. It's not easy. The reason why it's not easy is because we feel it's quite comfortable here. We haven't actually really felt the need, the urgency. Like if you actually, if this building is on fire, not this building, let's put it some other building. If someone's building is on fire, what would be the first priority for you as a person? Huh? Call the fire brigade. Okay, that's good. Anything else? I hope you won't be sitting inside the room and calling fire brigade. Probably outside, right? You need to run out and save your lives. Would you be after your burger and Aishwarya? Well, there are people there as well. Come on, go and bring all my jewels on my bag. Oh, this is on fire. No, it's okay. You go in and get everything. So yeah, so the thing is that when we actually are in that situation, we leave everything and we are ready to save our lives, really, isn't it? The same thing happens, in my profession when patients come, they're ready to give up anything just for them to get better. They're ready to do everything just for that period. Like if someone's smoking or drinking, I tell them not to smoke and drink, they'll say yes, yes, yes. And then after they're better, 2 weeks later, they'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I just lapsed into my old behavior. It's very hard. So, but nevertheless, when there is an emergency, an urgent situation, life-threatening, something's happening to you, you're ready to give up. You're ready to actually see what's priority. But we don't see that every day. We don't see that every day. That's the reason. We see everything's nice and cozy for us. So it becomes more difficult. And that's the trick of the material world. So it's created in such a way that we're like, hey, there was once a Brahmana who is a story I'll tell you. There was once a Brahmana who was very good with his rituals. And he was always, chanting on the right time, doing his Gayatri mantra, everything. So one evening he forgot. And he went to sleep. And then somebody woke him up and said, hey, you forgot your Gayatri. Come on. Thank you very much. And he did all that. And he said, oh, you're so nice. Thank you. Very kind of you to kind of help me out here. And then he asked him, who are you? Why did you actually help me out, by the way? And he said, I'm Kali personified. Huh? Kali? And then he said, oh, Kali, I thought Kali means... you should take me away from all of these activities. Why are you encouraging me? Yeah? Why are you actually letting me do this, really? So Kali then said, if I don't, then what will you do? You'll feel guilty. Oh, I haven't done this. Oh, maybe I and then you'll feel humble. And once you feel humble, then you'll feel you want to bow down or you want to become more nice. So I didn't want you to make you humble. I want you to be proud. So that you know that I am very proud. So this is it. The material energy is so tricky. So, even though we want to try, sometimes it comes and distracts us. But the only way out, Krishna is saying, unless you surrender unto me, you can't. Because Krishna is saying this material world is like a mountain, isn't it? And we are like tiny ants. So how long is it going to take for us to cross? Only he can actually lift us and put it on the other side. So this is actually just the beginning. This is this is what Krishna is trying to encourage Arjuna. He's trying to request Arjuna, please try to, don't get distracted by these things. Yeah. And then he talks about devotion service after, and then talks again about senses. So this element of sense control is very important. If you all want to seriously take up something higher, just like we do, when we go to school, when we go to, if you're having an exam tomorrow, will you be all watching movies tonight? What do you think? No. Why not? Sorry? Because you what? On the exam. Yes. So you have to prepare, right? So if you lose your time now, and we do that. Naturally, we do that anyway, isn't it? We know, okay, even if my friends call out for a movie, I'm not going to do, he's laughing. Maybe he said, he's thinking, I'm going to movie and then I'll come and study all night. Maybe. Maybe the wrong example for you guys. But I'm just saying, we know, right? We know that we shouldn't indulge in this activity because it'll take my time away. I need to prepare, I need to do my exams, I've got an important event, X, Y, and Z, really. So naturally we have that tendency. So if we tend to apply that on a daily basis, whether we're chanting, reading, and, trying to put ourselves, thinking, once one Swamiji said, always think that you're this is your last day. You wake up on the morning, imagine this is your last day. Yeah. Keshav Maharaj was saying, Steve Jobs said that, people's actually, if they were able to vision that this is their last day, their priorities will change in life. We waste a lot of our times giving priorities to things we don't need. And there was another monk, actually, I was listening, he was saying, when we know there's only a short period of life left, let's say somebody's given you 7 days, or a week to 10 days, that's it, you have life left, then you'll be surprised, 90% of the thing in your mind is garbage. It'll all go away, and you'll just be focused on what you really want to do in life. Because you know that you've only 10 minutes. You won't be thinking about painting your room. You won't be thinking about, oh, that chair is not sitting in the right direction, or my room's not tidy, or I have to clean the whole house. All that kind of stuff will just go away. And you just be very homed into what you need to do, what you want to do, right? So that tendency has to be, we have to cultivate that. Unless we cultivate, we won't be able to do that. And that's something we can do from a small steps, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Every day of your time, you give something on a spiritual level to help yourself. So this is the topic is eternal religion. So this aspect of religion itself is actually, what does religion mean? Where does it stem from? Latin word. What does it mean? I've forgotten. Religare means to connect, to unite, right? And yoga means the same, to connect, to unite. And Prabhupada says, right, Hindu, Islam, Christianity, they're not religions. Why is that? Sorry? I didn't hear. They don't unite. Okay, that's a good start. That's interesting. Actually, I actually read. I just wanted, now that you mentioned that, I just want to read. I just want to read this from. It was Franklin Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt. He was one of the U.S. presidents, and he said this, something similar. Whoever seeks to set one religion against another seeks to destroy all religions. A very nice statement. Anyway, I just thought I'll mention that actually. But nevertheless, what is the reason why Prabhupada says that's not real religion? We know that people can change their religion, can they not? But when someone changes their religion, does it mean that that person changes? He as a person is still the same. So you can be a Hindu one day, next moment you can be a Muslim, or you want to change to Christianity, that's absolutely fine. Right? That's external. But then really, who are you as a person? Isn't it? Sorry? Can't? Can't leave Islam. No, but as a person, as in like what I mean actually is that religion is not just by externals. That's what I'm trying to say actually. Prabhupada is saying it's more than that, it's more deeper. Right? It's more deeper. It's actually that you are a spirit soul, you're not this body. First thing about all religions, or the important baseline of a religion, or a serious religion, or we call it eternal religion, Sanatan Dharma, it's not sectarian, it's not external, it's internal. Because everybody has a body, but we are not the body. We are something else. And that is the first and prime important information. Unless we come to the platform that we are not this body, we can't really progress. And that's what Krishna is trying to allure here. Because the body is what actually is all about sense enjoyment. We are not the mind, we are not the intellectual, we are not the ego, we are not the physical body. We are something else. Because you can enjoy through your senses, you can enjoy it on a mental platform, you can enjoy on an intellectual platform, you can enjoy in different levels. But to go deeper and enjoy from a spiritual bliss platform is different, isn't it? So that is a very important element of any religion. If you go for this first, but in Krishna consciousness, that is what Prabhupada's teaching. Prabhupada's teaching is, first, we are not this body. We are more than this body. Right? And the purpose of religion, what is the purpose of following any path? To get love of God, to know who's the truth, the absolute truth. Because science also actually, to a degree, tries to find truth. But it's in a material realm. It's like a material realm. When it comes to spiritual realm, you need a proper spiritual guide, someone who actually is following a path. So that is the purpose. So real religion is eternal. It's part of us. And the first and fundamental aspect of it is to understand who we are. Where do we come from? Are we this body? Or are we more than this body? The entire chapter 2 is all about that, really. It talks about variety. Krishna actually starts with that element. And that's very important. Because why is it important? Why is it important to know that we are not this body? You make better decisions? Okay. Anything else? In what way? Decisions?
Your values are different. The whole way you live life is different. When you know what to value and what is more valuable. Who you are, what you're meant for, who everyone else is, what the world is for.
Yes. So Prabhupada uses the word like you see through a different lens, right? Like if you are wearing red glasses, you see everything red. Someone wears yellow, it's different, isn't it? Your perception of life changes. Your goal of life changes. But does it help you while you're living in this world? You're all practicing? How many of you are new? Oh, you're regularly coming here? Yeah? And does anyone practice anything? Any religious path or anything? Chanting, reading, anyone? Yeah? All of you? Okay, so why are you doing it? Okay, but how does it help you on a daily basis? What is it making you of a person? I think that's important, right?
It is continuation, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense. If I'm not what's happening, it just doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So the knowledge actually helps you to understand that you're not this body, and it helps you continuation. But on a practical level, on a daily basis from morning to evening, how do you actually find yourself doing this? What does it make? What does it help? How does it help you? Peace. I think I had a verse on peace. Sorry, go on, yeah? Happy, okay. Happy, peaceful. The attachment. So you kind of become less attached. Yes. Krishna says that in the Bhagavad-Gita on this later. He talks about how you can be detached. There's a verse in Bhagavatam 11:242. Bhakti parishanubhava viraktir. So the three elements. Prabhupada says when we eat food, what happens? The Bhagavatam verse, when you eat food, three things happen simultaneously. What are the three things? Guesses? We all eat food. Prasadam is there, Prabhu, after this? Definitely. So when we have prasadam, what happens to our three things? Satisfied, one, good. Energy. Sense? Like you, yeah, salivation, yes, so salivation, you swallow, you've eaten everything, so you feel satisfied, you feel nourished, energy. And the third one, what happens, what goes away? Hunger goes away, right? Obviously if you eat too much, then you'll have to come and see me. I've got medications for that, don't worry. But those are three things you have to do, right? So your hunger goes away. So when we're practicing bhakti, right, Krishna is saying, bhakti parishanubhava, para isha anubhava. That's right, para isha. You get anubhava, you get the direct ruchi from the Lord, direct connection. When we practice devotion, right, you get direct connection. At the same time, virakti happens. Virakti means? What is virakti? Who said? Sorry, there are two answers. Disengaged. Somebody said attachment. Detachment. Detachment. So detachment is, or giving up sense enjoyment is possible only when we practice bhakti. It's very hard otherwise. You can't do it on your own. Definitely you can't do it on your own. You need to have something higher or something better, right? To give up this. Like, if children actually are playing with a toy and you don't want them to play with that particular, like if they're on their phone or if they're on a device or something that you don't like them to be on, how do you actually get it off them? That's one way of doing it, discipline 1 hour, but then if they start extending it, sorry? Give them something better, or you replace it with something else. You engage them in some other activity. Okay, right, now you've done all of that, now let's go and do something else. Immediately you'll see the child will drop it and move on. It's very, you see it very evident in kids, really. In adults it's different. We probably take everything with us and then we'll come. Just give me 2 minutes, bro. So this virakti is detachment, or giving up sense enjoyment is very difficult unless we practice something simultaneously. The proof of the pudding is to eat it, isn't it? So unless we eat and we taste it, it's very difficult if you just keep on licking the jar. You won't get the ruchi. So we have to practice, you're right. So practicing will help you detached. Practicing will help you disciplined. Practicing will help you peace, But then as a result, you as a person change. That is real religion. You follow something and it actually changes and gives you a positive. You become, the transformation is in your heart or your mind? Heart. It's a heart, we do a heart surgery. The transplant, you take another heart and put your heart there. So it's the transformation is in your heart. So unless we come to that platform, we have to practice. So all these rituals, all the things that we do, puja, samskara, everything we do is mainly for our own transformation. The festival, we had Gundicha Marjanam, we had yesterday the Ratha Yatra in Jagannath Puri. Yes? Right? We have Lord Jagannath coming out. He's coming. Why is Lord Jagannath coming out on a festival? Well, he can stay there. Why does he come out? To see the devotees. Just like we GPs, we go out and see patients at home. Why do we go home? Why do we a home visit? Anybody doctors here? No. Okay. Has anyone had the doctor visit them? Not yet. Hopefully not. But why do doctors come out? Or why do the paramedics come to your house when you are in an emergency? Patient can't go. You're too ill, too sick. Right? But we need to understand we are sick first. Otherwise you won't be calling. So there's two elements. First we need to understand, and then we go approach. The same thing, the Lord comes out on the street. Because you guys don't want to come in. Or we don't want to come in. So he's saying, okay, let me come out. Let me go and give darshan to everyone. Subhadra means what? She's the most benevolent, isn't it? auspicious, most benevolent. Bala means strength, Rama means enjoyment, pleasure giving. So he's a supreme pleasure giver. And we know what Jagannath means. He's a universe, Lord of the universe. So all three of them are coming out. All three of them are coming out. So all these festivals, all these events, yesterday you had a 24-hour Kirtan. The idea of doing all of that is all about for our own spiritual upliftment, so that we can go home, we be peaceful, connected, And the most important thing is, like Balaram was actually, maybe I should put the audio, what you spoke on. Huh? Right, okay. It was very nice, actually. I don't know if you, obviously, in the Nottingham Rath Yatra, both Balaram and Haresh did a talk. It was a very nice talk. I've never heard Haresh talk like that before, but it was a very nice talk. By the way, he's my son, so I was thinking, wow, okay. They both did really well. And one of the important elements they actually mentioned was really striking to me, is that how you can be grounded in university, how you can be grounded when you're actually with your mental well-being. They talked about that. And they're only 20. At their age, I can't imagine what I was doing back home. I don't want to say. But nevertheless, at their age, they're out there speaking to a mass of people, 200 to 300 people on stage, live in Nottingham. How many of us can do that? Hey, that was good. That's what we want, yeah? But if you were to take yourselves back in time, we were not in that platform to kind of, but they're quite young. They have got the ability to understand and present the philosophy. But down to, it was definitely not a talk on a very high platform. It was down to people's understanding. I think that's very important it's very difficult. There's an element of you actually reading, and then there's an element of you digesting and giving it out. There's a difference, right? I can just read the whole thing, but then if I don't understand, so to deliver such talks is very, they've thought about it and they've given it in the right frame of mind, actually. So it was very nice. So a lot of people actually acknowledged them because they were young, youthful, and they were actually able to present. And then when he came to Nottingham, he mentioned something. This is something which we all know, but nevertheless, he mentioned one point which I really, thought about it. Prabhupada's disciples were all 17 to 25-year-olds. None of them were like more than 25. This is going back in time now. For 11 years when he was on this planet, they were all young teenage boys and girls. And they're the ones who've established the temples. Can you believe that? So how powerful are these younger generation, They have the ability, they have the power, but all they need is the right person to guide them. And this is the power of real religion. Real religion is where where a 70-year-old gentleman attracts an 18-year-old boy. It's totally, on a material platform you cannot see that happen unless they're grandparents. But for a stranger to walk in who's 70 and the 17, 18-year-old is ready to give up their lives for that person, it's you can't put it's definitely spiritual, isn't it? Would you say it's in a material platform? It's not. It's very hard to even make our own children follow us or appreciate us, really. It's very hard work. So imagine a 70-year-old with all these young boys and girls who are like, 18, 20-year-old boys. It's beyond. Until on that day, when you kind of emphasize that, I realized, wow, that's profound, actually. We read it, but we don't realize. But that's profound. That's definitely profound. So that's the spiritual organization, an organization which can make transformation. That's spiritual organization. That's real dharma. That's real religion, really. Prabhupada says you don't need to leave Islam. You don't need to leave Christianity. Just stick where you are, but follow it seriously, sincerely. You can be a better Christian, isn't it? Even George Harrison says that in his book. So it's a very wonderful process that we're following. I think I'm nearly time. I just want to really share one particular, it's probably audio, but it's a video on YouTube I kind of listened. It's a very nice one. The reason why I'm kind of sharing is what this particular Mataji, she's now a devotee, but she, in 6 minutes, she just summarizes her story. And I thought it's very nice. It's quite recent. It's not back then. And the title of the story is Hippie to Happy. So I just thought I'll just kind of put an audio, and if you can listen to it. Is that okay? Yeah? I'll try to. Let's see now. I'm going here. Where is my. Did it make sense, whatever we talked today? Yes? Yeah? Before I kind of. Let me do this video, and then I'll just finish with some quotes, and it'll be nice just to listen to them. Let me do this video. So, I'll just take this mic and then put it on here. Yeah. I hope it works.
You are a child of God.
Does that work? Let me just.
Some days, the birds wake me up at 3:30 a.m., and I'm actually happy about it. I never thought my life would turn out this way. Just a few years ago, I was going to festivals, smoking cannabis, and doing other things I won't mention here. I didn't have any real direction, so I just did what everyone else around me was doing. I followed my mind. I followed my enormous feelings. I went to university for acting, and I didn't even finish. I found a group of hippies who felt like family and started expanding my worldview with drugs, tarot cards, yoga. But something emotionally heavy happened in that community, and it gave me the courage to finally move. I left my hometown and landed in a city I'd always wanted to live in. That's where I met the devotees at a kirtan festival. And somehow, something clicked. These days, my life is much quieter and a lot more stable. I used to say that growing up felt like a scary dream, like the pieces of my life were all floating in the air about to settle, but I didn't know where to place them. Now I finally know what the picture and the puzzle looks like. I always liked to travel, but it was never fully satisfying. I was always searching for something more. Today I live in an ashram with 15 other girls. I never really considered myself religious, just spiritual. In fact, I was pretty defiant about God. I couldn't relate at all to the Christian image of him. And now I understand why. Jesus is cool, don't get me wrong. But I'm grateful to have found a community that feels like home. People walking the same path as me. I'm no longer wasting time with people who don't care, doing things that don't nourish me. I get to do service for the Lord. I get to share this ancient wisdom with innocent people. I get to sing and dance at 4:30 in the morning. That's amazing. I finally have something that satisfies my nature, my soul's real craving. I'm so grateful for our spiritual teacher, Srila Prabhupada. Through this process, I've learned that I don't always have to satisfy my desires. Real freedom doesn't come from following the mind. It comes from serving something higher than yourself. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vadanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanavedanam. Hearing, chanting, remembering the Lord, serving his lotus feet, These are the paths of devotion. And though surrendering everything to the Lord is the last one, it might just be the hardest. I still try to control too much. There was a time before Krishna consciousness when I didn't know what to do with my life. I started praying, not for things, but just saying, "May thy will be done." My old habits still come up now and then. Being wild is a strong samskara. But I've chosen to surrender to this process. Maybe I'm not fully surrendered yet, but something is still better than nothing. I found something sweeter, more ancient, and more real than just following my own impulses. I believe Krishna is the supreme person. But honestly, sometimes I still have a hard time trusting him. What if the things I desire are too rare to have? What if they're not in my karma? I know technically speaking, everything I need will come to me. But some days I wonder, what if I just deserve really bad things? Haha. So here I am, learning to surrender. My thoughts, my desires, my little human plans. I don't have much to offer Krishna, not really. But maybe I can offer him this life. Not because he needs it, not because he needs my food, my boga, or my menial seva. He only wants my heart. And I hope one day I can give it to him fully, with trust, with love, and with the humility to remember, I'm just his servant. The servant of the servant of the servant.
There you go. Was that good? Jai. It was very nice, isn't it? I like her mood actually in the end, how she finishes, servant of the servant, learn to be humble. And she's very honest there, isn't it? Saying that sometimes it's very hard. I think that's very important, to be honest. And if you're not sure, it's always good to ask. There's so many devotees here. And it's a journey, it's a process. You know, when I came, I wasn't perfect. I'm not perfect yet. But we still make mistakes and we learn. We just need to be admitting, and Krishna will definitely kind of help us through this. I'll just finish, if you don't mind, just finally, one last. Yeah, I just want, these are just quotes from random people, people you might know. So I just wanted to just say how spirituality is so important. It's very important for our foundation in life. So this is from Dalai Lama. Happy people build the inner world, and unhappy people blame the outer world. So this is his words. Henry Newen. Spiritual life does not remove us from this world, but lead us deeper into this world. So this is another misconception. People think, you know, we're not part of the world, but this is what he's saying. Again, Franklin Roosevelt. Physical strength can never permanently withstand the impact of spiritual power. Right. This is Franklin Roosevelt. Martin Luther King. Our scientific power has outrun our spiritual power. We have guided missiles and misguided men. Very interesting. And the final one. The only way out is in. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. I think time's up. Hare Krishna. Yes. Within one?
elevator journey. So
Eh,
let's say you're
eh,
in an elevator,
oh, okay.
the person there, they ask you a question like, oh, you're vegetarian?
Yeah.
How come? And then you should be able to explain it perfectly within that one stop until the elevator journey finishes.
Although the answer is give Prabhupada's book then. In one journey. I don't know, but read this book.
Because I've been asked it a few times. Because the temple, people in Stoke especially, they ask, so is the Hare Krishna center, is it Hindu? Is it a religion?
Yes.
I don't want to say, like, I can't say that in a short sentence. I can't say, not exactly, I don't want to say that, yes, it's Hindu. Because it's not.
Yeah.
Hindu is not even a proper term.
Yeah, I think this is very interesting. This girl is saying it's spiritual. She was not religious. She was spiritual. She's in spirituality. Yeah, it is actually. It's very interesting. You asked that question. Actually, I was listening to one of Prabhupada's disciples. He was making this statement back then. We never thought this was Hinduism. We thought we just following Krishna. And that's it. And Prabhupada actually kept it so open. It's a kind of a spiritual organization. There was no element of this being part of Hinduism at all until recently. He's now in his 70s, but he was saying we were all followers of Krishna. That's it. That's what he said actually, and we never had this conception, as part of this sect that because Prabhupada always kept it like that. It's a spiritual organization, it's a science, that's what he was saying, it's a spiritual science, spiritual organization, we're not sectarian, and we are Krishna followers, like that, that's what his until he kind of, obviously he was in his teens at the time, and they didn't know anything else at the time, they were just purely Prabhupada and Krishna, right? But then over the years now he's saying how it's been evolved and, it's become part of Hinduism, or kind of at least brought to the audience to kind of connect. I was once in Radha Londonishwar, and there was one, relatively new couple who entered, and they didn't know anything about this. And there was one devotee, he was saying it's part of Hinduism. And I was like, wow, that's profound. And I spoke to quite a few senior devotees after that, and they said, no, it's not. But see, the thing is, it's if it is actually an official, if you're actually doing an official presentation, like for example, I've got, Indiresh Prabhu and Krishnavesh Mataji, they're actually representing, and they go to schools, right? So for them, that is, they teach this teaching of Lord Ram, Krishna, pastimes and everything at schools. So you have to come under some banner for them to go out and, so they actually put part of Hinduism, but they actually say it's Vedic, it's ancient, it's tradition. So like that. But officially, when you're actually out there, that's different. But I think on a one-to-one, if someone is actually asking you, then it's definitely a spiritual organization. It's not, if you want to stick to Prabhupada, then Prabhupada definitely says it's not part of Hinduism or any other community in that sense. It belongs to everyone. It's a spiritual organization, like we discussed, right? In the Bhagavad-Gita, if you read the Bhagavad-Gita, it applies to everybody. Yes or no? Krishna doesn't say anywhere in that, does he say it's a Hindu religion? No. He doesn't. He's very clear. So
There's one story of Prabhupada. There was the devotees went somewhere, and there was like a sign-in sheet somewhere, and then whoever would sign in, they put their name, their age, their date of birth, and their religion. And then so people put Muslim, Christian, Hindu, and Prabhupada put Krishnite.
yes,
I think there's still a copy somewhere.
that's right. Yeah, followers of Krishna. That's yeah, and you can say it's followers of Krishna, which is actually currently, being practiced even in India and a lot of Hindus. If you look at the other side, right? If people claim that it's Hinduism, but not all Hindus chant 16 rounds, then how do you kind of explain that then? Like if you say it's Hinduism and somebody goes to a Hindu place, somebody who's new and he goes and sees some Hindus, and you're actually presenting this is Hinduism, And then he goes and says to someone else who's eating meat or who's not practicing, and then that guy would be even more bewildered. Will he be doing justice? Because people don't follow, right? A lot of people follow a lot of different things. Not everyone chants 16 rounds. If you're saying Hinduism, we do this chanting 16 rounds, chanting, dancing, feasting, we cook, we don't, But how many people following the Hindu Dharma do that? Not many. So we have to be careful. I totally agree how we present it. And we have to be sensitive as well. We can't be really, anti. Prabhupada always respected everyone. We have to respect everyone. We need to actually really appreciate and work as a team. But Prabhupada was very clear from a philosophy perspective and from a discussion perspective. He was very clear that it is actually not a sectarian thing. It has to be given out to everyone. Everyone needs to get the mercy. Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Is that finished? Anything else? Yeah, more than enough, yeah. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, I'm going to have a kirtan now, so everybody can rise and we'll have a kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Everybody, a little bit louder. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody, please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. A little bit louder. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody as loud as you can. Louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe Jayo Gauranitai 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 Jayo Gauranitai Jayo Panchatattva Jayo Panchatattva Panchatattva Jayo Panchatattva Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari 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 Bol.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivajakacarya Stotra Rishata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanar Vrind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवाशादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की कलिक पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की बृहत मृदंग ट्रांसीनेटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ट्रांसीनेटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glorious to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glorious to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glorious to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadayine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shila Tanka Nakalaye Eto Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato यामि ततो नरसिंह बर्हिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो नृसिंहमधिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवधृता नवहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नवरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रभु महाराज जय प्रारब्ध महाराज जय प्रारब्ध महाराज जय प्रारब्ध महाराज प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल इसका जोड़ा हरि बोल जय महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्राह्मणि वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतां राजन् विश्वासो निवजायते शरीराय विद्याचार चरन्द्रिय ताहे काल जीवे फले विशेष सागरे तारा मध्य जीव अति लोभ मध्य सुदूरमति ताके जेत कहिदिम संसारे कृष्ण बद दयामय करी बार्य विद्या जाय से स्वप्रसाद दिला बाय साई अनृत पाओ राधा कृष्णा गुण गाओ प्रेमे दाको चैतन्य निताय जय निताय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवत श्री सरस्वती गौर भक्ता वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय
Hare Krishna. So give a big round of applause to our Sriniket. Yeah. He has no fear of public speaking. It's just natural. Thank you very much, Sriniket. So I welcome everyone again to our Sunday Feast program in our Stoke-on-Trent temple. Before I make announcements, anybody has come for the first time after a long time? You can just raise your hand. First time? Oh. Would like to introduce yourself briefly? Just one of you can introduce your whole family. Just introduce your family. Come on. Jai. Oh, wonderful. So welcome to Hare Krishna temple. Hare Krishna. Jai. Anybody else come for the first time? Hare Krishna Mataji. Would like to introduce yourself? Edinburgh.
Because my son studied medicine here. So my son told me, just go here.
Oh. Wonderful. Welcome to Hare Krishna temple, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So please welcome our guests by 3 times loudly chanting. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Just 2 important announcements. Probably all know, we are going to London Rath Yatra on 28th of July. Our coach is filling up very quickly. So those devotees who want to come with us to London Rath Yatra, the coach will start at 7 o'clock from our temple here. We go to London Rath Yatra, we travel all the way there. We attend the Rath Yatra. On the way back, visit Bhaktivedanta Manor, and then we come back to temple at about 9 o'clock. So this is on 20th of July. It is in 2 weeks' times. It will soon be 1 week. So June is already gone. So it's very closely coming. So those who want to give their names, please give your name to me or somebody on the shop. The donation we ask for is £35 per seat for the coach. So please give your name as soon as possible. Please don't miss out. Once the bus is full, coach is full, we won't be able to take any further seats on that one. Next Sunday, we have a very wonderful devotee coming. His name is His Holiness Dayanand Swami Maharaj. He is a wonderful devotee from, actually born and brought up in north of England. He is all North England jokes. So he is coming next week. He is a sannyasi. And he is a wonderful kirtan singer. So you're going to have beautiful kirtan next week. We'll do as much as kirtan as possible next week. So he's coming next week. So I request all of you to please come. and have Maharaji's association. So these are two most important announcements. Please keep this in mind. So the Ekadashi next Sunday? Oh, more better. So Sunday Ekadashi, and we'll have a Kirtan as well in the temple. So next Sunday, 6th of July, we have the Maharaj coming. Then the 13th July, one more devotee is coming. Once he confirms, we'll let you know. And on 20th of July, we are going to London Rath Yatra. So mostly our July is sorted. So once again, thank you very much for coming today. Hare Krishna. Please make your way upstairs for the prasadam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama